What's up, everybody? This is Ripples in Wales back for another video. I hope you're all doing well and having a great day wherever you are in the world and whatever you're doing, and welcome back to the show. So a lot of big things have dropped the past 2 or 3 days, as I've been doing in real life jobs, repairing cars, putting cars through MOTs. Oh, excuse me, got a bit of a croaky throat today. So some big news. Let's just jump straight into it. First and foremost, I wanted to kind of show you the bloodbath that's going on in the markets, which you already know, but I wanted to highlight the fear and greed index at 28. Really low, okay? Although the prices are looking slumpy, don't tune out during these moments, because it's these moments that really will make the difference. Tweak portfolios, get busy, get things going. Okay, I want you to look at the XRP chart on the weekly here, and then I want you to zoom out and look at the XRP chart for me on the 12-month. Excuse me, and this is the difference. When you look at the XRP chart on the 12-month of USD, there's nothing to worry about. Zoom out, it's all good. Right, jumping straight in, Ripple, they just acquired a monster company here. They bought GT Treasury. We're proud to announce Ripple is acquiring Treasury Management leader GT Treasury, the fusion of Ripple's enterprise crypto solutions. GT Treasury's 40 plus years of enterprise immediately opens multi-trillion-dollar corporate treasury market. Okay, so it's corporate treasury. I didn't even know what corporate treasury was, so I was about to go and learn about it. But okay, so it gives them basic access to Fortune 500 companies and their payment flows, okay, for settlements. Okay, today, Brad Garlinghouse now jumping on. Today, Ripple is breaking into the $120 trillion corporate treasury payments market with a $1 billion acquisition of G Treasury. Okay, so we don't need to go in too deep into the weeds of this, but you can see what's going on here. They're having enormous infrastructure play buyouts. This is the $2 billion acquisition by Ripple, and this basically gives them access to, I think it was 13,000 financial institutions, not just that, but Fortune 500 companies and their payments. Okay, again, and then a separate set of news came out. Ripple is leading an effort to raise at least $1 billion to accumulate XRP, the digital asset token linked to the company. Why? Because they're doing a DAT, digital asset treasury. Okay, now this is not verified yet, we don't know, but it's very interesting, right? There's a digital asset treasury being formed. Where have we seen that before? It's called a DAT. We've seen on the ETH, we've seen Tom Lee doing it recently, Michael Saylor doing it. Same thing. They're building treasuries around these assets. They want to buy 1 billion worth of XRP. That's a lot of XRP. Another little article that I stumbled across just in the Bank of England has said it's planned 13 to 27k limits on stablecoin holdings are temporary measures to ensure stability during transition. Transition of what exactly? What transition are they talking about? I wasn't given the memo. Very interesting, right? That's the Bank of England, that's the UK central bank. Transition, interesting. And a bit of a clip here, which is quite fun, released by Doge8ER. Very good artist in the community. Class, and Brad Garlinghouse even replied to this saying LFG. Excuse me, sorry guys. Got been out running yesterday. I had a big run, a really fast one, and it's really kind of I think we've started putting central heating on in our homes as well. I'm not sure it's the dust that's affecting me. Excuse me for that. So Chad Steingraber, what you need to realize is that you as a crypto investor have been early to a brand new investment class. All the cycles you've experienced in all the crypto history is absolutely meaningless. You are about to see real money show up, and it's regarding this. Nate Garcia, Charles Schwab, CEO in crypto. It's a topic that's of high engagement.
In crypto, we do offer crypto ETFs, Bitcoin futures, closed-end funds. In fact, our clients own 20% of all the crypto exchange-traded products in our country. So they've been very active. We've seen visits to our crypto site go up 90% in the last year. It's a topic that's of high engagement in crypto. Okay,
moving on. So Ripple, they are looking to now. This is Ripple XDev. This is the developer forum and handle to do with all of the development that goes on the XRPL. You should follow it, Ripple XDev. Anyway, they're talking about this company here. So they're creating, as it's Schumann.io, they want to be the leader in creating the Euro stablecoin. Now, we've had dollar stablecoins, Euro stablecoins next. These are the private sectors. And across Europe, projects like Schumann's Euro OP and Societe Generale's ERCV stablecoin are bridging regulated value on chain with the XRP ledger, serving as foundation for secure compliant finance. So look, the euro stablecoins are starting to be built on the XRPL. Okay, another post yesterday. Ripple replacing Ripple replacing the Swift community. Ripple is the new Swift. With its latest 1 billion GT Treasury acquisition, Ripple is no longer just a blockchain company. It's becoming the financial backbone of a new digital economy. And it goes on. There's a big thread here, so it might be worth looking at. But I'll let you guys have a look at this in your own time. Give this XRP Arthur a follow. But yeah, this is what it's always been about, right? It's always been about Ripple versus Swift. And why? Because Ripple wants to become the internet of value, therefore they're a value transmission company. So they are coming after Swift's work. So, Swift can either do two things. It can either partner with Ripple, it can partner with, I think it's R3 London, to use these ledgers and these new lines. They can't avoid using blockchain. Okay, and they can't use their own siloed blockchains. They'll have to somehow integrate into this new system. And this is the guy, this is Tom Zacks, and I think he works for Swift, and he keeps putting posts up, which is quite cool, interesting to see. But his legacy is what people call the system they don't understand. Anyway, at the bottom, he says Swift belongs in this class, which is TCP/IP runs blockchain, GPS runs every navigation, DNS connects every site, SMTP moves every email. Swift belongs in that class, neutral, trusted, not indispensable. And I call bullshit because it's not neutral. Okay, it's not Swift, as it's fast, and it's not trusted. That's certain, and we know why, right? Because let's bring up these old images. We were shown these back in the day. We talked about this yesterday. Look at Swift. Follow my cursor. Look at Swift in the middle of this DS. I'm going to have to be very careful what I talk about on this channel, but that's where Swift was, in the middle of the central banking cartel, in the middle of the ECB, in the middle of the DS. Okay, so Swift was not trusted. It was part of a bigger plan to monopolize money value transfer across the world, and it's the problem. It's nothing neutral. There's nothing trusted about it. That's why we're trying to replace it. Anyway, happy birthday to First Ledger. Today marks, this was 2 or 3 days ago, I believe. My bad. October the 15th. We're on the 18th Saturday as I record this. Today marks the first year of First Ledger. Over the past 364 days, we've seen massive growth across all retail of the XRPL ecosystem. Here's a quick rundown of what's happened. 192,000 users, 500 million XRP paid out, launch of Joey Wallet, Kickstream livestream integration. Now, if you don't know, First Ledger is the meme platform for the XRPL. Sorry, guys, excuse me. Got a real bad chest today. Don't ever have this normally. But anyway, so these guys are where we. There's a link in my description if you want to use it. If you want to get memes, we're going to talk about this in a second. But these guys have grown dramatically. And a big shout out to Bubba. You should give these guys a follow. Caesar, they do a podcast every day on it to do with memes and stuff. They've been here, pretty much since day one. It's their first birthday, and they have been creating incredible growth on the XRPL. People have been knocking memes and saying, they're terrible and stuff. I tell you, memetic culture is so powerful, and it's so important for these things. As I've learned myself, I was the opposite way until I learned about this through some of Murad's work about tokenized attention, and then I kind of changed my tune a little bit on it. Crypto Insight UK, I've noticed XRP memes have rebounded quite well. They're very beaten up, but it's interesting to see some of them catching a bid. Now, I've made some money memes, I've lost some money, and I hold some. Same as me. I'm also watching some early ecosystem plays with the Flare ecosystem, and I'm waiting for Firelighty to put my FXRP to work. I've just bought a little Spark Dex AI token. That's something I'm going to have to start looking about. Ooh, they follow me and I should follow back. My bad. And Firelighty, I think I'm following, yeah. All these are above a high risk, but they're below market cap, new economy tokens. So it's interesting, right? Keep your eye on XRP and Flare, especially XRP memes. Also, Flare has memes. Austin, XRP meme season starts today. Drop, XRP meme season starts today. I'm going to go into that and have a look in a minute. Bother, it's meme season on the XRP. So something's happening, something's warming up. And when we look at First Ledger, this is what caught my eye this morning. These are up unbelievable amounts. 24 hours, you've got Phoenix up 235, Army 288%. Drop up 346%. Now, some of these are shit coins, I wouldn't touch them. Fuzzy is up 26%, but it's up, considerable amounts actually. It's up 12 million market cap, it's up to 16 million. And Bear up 2k%, it's up to 2.2 million. ATM, again, the ones that I think are quite strong, that's up 159%. Now, XRP memes will do really, really well in these upcoming cycles, as XRP pumps usually. So yeah, the links in the description. Have a look at them. Don't go too hard in. I'll put 1 to 2% of my portfolio in them, and I stick to the big caps like the ones I've highlighted. Fuzzy, Phoenix, Army, Drop, Bear, ATM, and a few others. I think the other tokens I'm pretty much into are Laugh, Brito, Shweepy, and a few of the other ones. There's a bit of a pile. Can't give a shout out to all of them. Flippy also really, really good ones. I'll go into them and do a deep dive another day. Just a quick update for you on the variable guy scene. I think we talked before about the COMEX 589. Gold started dropping yesterday. Silver started dropping yesterday. Retail is in. And so we talked in my previous videos, and if you go on to Rumble, where a lot of this kind of Riddler stuff will be dropped now, you'll know that we talked heavily about if there's a circuit breaker on the 589 COMEX rule as metals drop. This scene is playing out this Christmas. We've thought of the past few years it's been playing out different Christmases. It's probably playing out this Christmas again times. I'm no good with the timings of things. No one has ever been able to time it. But we're getting closer, I think, with all these things going on. The Swift changing. You can see these news outlets that have come out. I'll go into this in a separate video, obviously, but you can see the big change that's going on, right, with the Swift and Ripple's acquisitions in an infrastructure play out. So what it's doing, it's buying out all the infrastructure around Swift. It's building its own bloody castle, which is interesting, right? Because you've got a castle here with a tick on it. What you've also got here, I want to kind of highlight, is there's no riddle by Beryl Guy about bricks. He's put May is too much fun, will Beryl run out of bricks. Now, bricks are to do with the BRICS nations. We've talked about BRICS nations and their impact and importance in things. They were dropped by the Ross Vandermeer, Marvin Gaye. BRICS, okay. Bearable Guy uses a fireplace and bricks to pass the same things. And why was Trump recently? He was on a few different platforms saying the BRICS were trying to destabilize the dollar and try to trash it. Okay, what have you got here? You've got a bricked fireplace, which is the Bearable Guy's kind of metaphor for the BRICS, and you've got the dollar next to XRP, which is the purple stocking and the yellow stockings. If you didn't understand, they were kind of highlighted in the first images. Look, you got the yellow, the purple, and the green. That gave you kind of your idea of what's what with things. So the XRP was always supporting the dollar. That's why the stockings are next to each other on fire. So when you've got the BRICS nations trying to de-dollarize and stuff like that, XRP was to give liquidity to various stable coins. How? By giving them a platform to build enormous amounts of private stable coins out on. RLUSD being the one in this tokenized example, but there are many more. There's Tether, obviously the biggest of all, Circle, and all these other tokenized digital blockchain dollars, which will support the dollar for the next, I don't know, maybe 20, 30 years. It'll give it a bit more runway before its gradual decline, as we've seen with the pound in the UK. And so this scene's playing out. There's so many little things that are jumping out at me now. We've got the interesting thing that keeps jumping out to me, like I've said to you all before, was this Phoenix in the fireplace sitting right between October and November on the calendar. I'll bring the calendar up, and you've got October and November. October's a bloodbath with all these X's on it, but then November's got these weird piracy symbols on it, which is like X marks the spot, right? So is November the month we're waiting for? And then you've got clear skies. Now this, as I've said before in other videos, was the background image that the calendar sits on is the Teton National Park, where the Ripple Ridder does his balloon takeoff scene from. Why? Because it's where the Federal Reserve meetings were, Jackson Hole in Wyoming, and it's where the balloon rides go into the Teton National Park. It's very famous for it. So the level playing field is the bottom segment between September, October, November, and December. And these particular marks on the calendar are highly significant to us. And you've got a little bullet. If you follow my cursor very slightly, you can see a little bullet there. And that was a little riddle saying there's only one shot left. Now, I'm hoping that's the end of the war, or these the end of this drama that's been going on the planet. Anyway, our eyes is to look at November. October's a no-go by the looks of things, which means it's time to lock in and be very vigilant. Okay, the time in these markets where things are falling apart is the time to really lock in and just check your portfolios, tweak things, and get dialed in. We've got so much coming on, haven't we? We've got these regulations that are likely to be dropping as soon as the American Senate reopens. We've got these whiteboard scene that we've talked about before, this 589 of Swift, this reset, the COMEX, the metals, okay, Nostro, okay, so much change going on underneath our feet at the minute. It's not the time to be tuned out. And, you know, various ISO 2002 amendments. This is one of the timelines that was posted a while ago. By the end of 2025, November 2025, is when everything needs to be integrated. All these financial institutions need to be onboarded and on the rails, on the new standards, not the rails of the blockchain, but they have to have the new messaging standards of the ISO 202 mandated and integrated into their systems for payment flows. Big things, big changes, big changes. Also 589 adds to 22, doesn't it? Okay, so we'll go on to this further in the coming videos on Rumble and things like that. But there's so much playing out in this scene now. We're right at the precipice of it. It's not the time to tune out at all. Anyway, link for XRP memes is in the description. I hope that's been good for you. I hope we've been through a bit of the new stuff. And if you haven't followed me on here, it's at Ripples and Whales. You can see there's a link to First Ledger up in the link tree. I put it up there. If you want to trade the XRP, go steady, 1% in the portfolio if you're going to do it, and just pick the big caps, ride them 3 or 4x and try and double your stash. Don't go heavy, don't go high risk. I'm not high risk with it, but I can see opportunity where opportunity lies. Anyway, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. This is entertainment purposes only. Hope that's good. There's also the Rumble channel. Don't forget that. Subscribe to the Rumble channel. And please subscribe if you're not subscribed to the YouTube channel. Give us a like. I'm trying to get the algorithm to boot these things. Liking is free. It's all you have to do. As I noticed, there's probably only 10% of the viewers that like it. It will help me out immensely. It doesn't cost you anything. Just click the like button. Give me a thumbs up on stuff if you liked it. And that's great. Right, wrap this up, guys. Thanks for watching. Appreciate your time. Stay strong. Markets are going to bounce back. And when they do, you'll be in the good spot that you wanted to be for all these years with your XRP's holdings, certainly. All right. Thanks for watching. Take care, all. See you in the next video. Bye for now.